Hey guys, it's Bill from the Bill Show, the new Bill Show. I've got a question. Then I'm charging right now in my new Tesla, so I'm at a supercharger. Yay! Um, Pros and cons. But my first question, because I was just watching, um, which is cool, as while I'm charging. I was watching some YouTube stuff. I really like YouTube. But my question is, I'm trying to balance the phone somewhere. I didn't bring the little mounting thing. So anyway, my question is why on so many YouTube videos they make sorry they make this elaborate intro like they're a TV show on a network, and they zoom around in a little drone or whatever and zoom out. I watched a lot of Tesla videos, and they do all this crap like that, and then after like a minute or even a minute and a half, I just starting to watch a YouTube video, that's why this came up. After like a minute and a half, you finally get to what the person's talking, and it's like, oh my god, just get to it already. So you have to skip over like the first minute. And anyway, that was just a little beef. So pros and cons on the Tesla. There's a lot of pros, obviously. Um, well, not obviously, I guess. Anyway, supercharging. We're out on a road trip over at the mother-in-law's place in Dallas, and I was originally gonna hook up a 50 amp breaker and then run a NEMA 1450 outlet so we could plug in overnight and charge up. But we're only here for like 2 or 3 days, and I bought like this $100 extension cord that weighs like 8 billion pounds, and was like, oh well, so if we go on a road trip or whatever, we could just carry it with us. It's like, well, that's like a 50-pound extension cord. I don't think it's 50. It's probably a good 25 pounds. And I had it in the front, with the portable charger and everything. And I'm like, that's a lot of weight to be carrying around. And I'm like, and her electric's old in her house. She has the panel box is a Federal Pacific. And if you know anything about electrical, Federal Pacific's bad. There's a lot of them around. So anyway, I was just like, meh. So I bought it on Amazon. So I just did an Amazon return, ran over to Kohl's, took them back. But Texas. This is just a rant. It's gonna be all over the place because I've still got. Let's see how much time I got left charging up. We're getting ready to leave this afternoon, so I might go ahead and try and charge it up to 100%. When you're charging, if you're charging up to your daily, which is about like, people to set it 80, 90%. Tesla recommends 90%, so I just charge up to 90%. And since I'm just in a standard range, with a max of like 240, 250 miles, at 90%, I get like 220 for the estimated range, which depending on how you drive, you can get closer to those numbers. But pros and cons. So it would have been nice to just been able to plug in at home. Well, like we do at home. I just plug it in at night, so every morning you wake up and you got a full charge, just like your cell phone. And then if you're out running around, you just stop at a charger somewhere. Fortunately, being over here in Fort Worth, there's a lot of superchargers. We went to IKEA yesterday, and I wish I would have known, but I was trying to look around and I didn't see any. Because usually chargers they put way far away. I don't know. Here, let's see. So here's the chargers. We're against the road back here. We're at South Lake. And then the front view camera. So there's the chargers. And this is a really cool little mall thing. It's kind of like city streets and like an old downtown would be with all the shops and everything. And there's a container store right there. I went in there the other day when I came up here to charge. But so usually they put radar detector doesn't like the laser on the camera. So when I came up here the other day and was charging, I ran in a convenience store. But usually these charging stations, they stick away from the building or whatever. But at IKEA yesterday, they had the handicap spots, and then they had like 4 charging station spots. Now, I didn't recognize the name. They weren't Tesla chargers, but they had the J1772 plug or whatever that one's called. I don't know if that's right or not. But I have an adapter, so I would have plugged in and gotten a little charge while we were there. What the hell? But wasn't expecting them right at the front of the store. So, pros and cons. Pro is I got to run out. I got my coffee, which this is the charged. It's got like 20% more caffeine. What the hell? I can always use more caffeine. And just ran up here to the charger, and so I've got, half hour, 45 minutes of just build time, just quiet build time, which Billy likes his quiet time. And just, I can watch YouTube if I want and do whatever I want. Sorry, I'm getting hot. I got to turn the heated seats down. But for a car, for a road trip, and this is just standard range. This is not a long range. So, and the long range I think it's rated at 320, 330 for the Model 3, which is like 50 miles more. Is 50 miles a lot? It can be. It probably would have saved us maybe over the whole trip, because we had to stop like 4 times. And so if you got like, let's say, an extra 200 miles for that whole trip, we probably could have maybe skipped 1 stop point, so it maybe would have saved us an hour. Let's just say an hour on the whole trip. I don't know. Misconceptions about Teslas is that they're all expensive. I just want to cover this one because everybody at Tracy's work, at not necessarily mine, but everybody's like, oh my god, you got a Tesla, those are expensive. It's like, is a Toyota Camry expensive? It depends. I mean, it's relative. But a fully loaded Toyota Camry, or I don't know, fully loaded, I just went out and quickly built one. I have not really a lot of interest in a Toyota Camry. But similar size car, similar price point. You're $39,000, $40,000 for a very well equipped Camry. This Model 3, standard range, standard range plus technically, because it has the partial premium interior. Partial premium means you don't get a big subwoofer in back, and they deactivate like 6 speakers, which there's a kit, and I've activated them. But because mine was a late 2020 build, they didn't include the 2 poop deck speakers. Let's see if you can see them up there. So I got a rear deck from eBay that had the speakers in it from a wrecked Model 3, and put the speakers in my deck, and now I have speakers up there. So they're pretty cool. But so this is 38,000 base, 37.9, and then the one option I did get, because it was the one non-negotiable, was a white interior. But so $39,000, $40,000 car. That's how much a Toyota Camry is. So why drive a Toyota Camry when you can be in a Tesla? I don't think the electric's for everybody. If you're in an apartment and you don't have anywhere to charge in at night, that's a biggie. But I ran right off of our main breaker box. I've got my 50 amp charging port right out in front of the house. We've got a garage, but the garage is 1 car, so it's kind of tight. And everybody's like, why don't you park the Tesla in the garage and leave the Jeep outside? I'm like, because it's actually easier if I leave the Tesla outside and I'm not parked in a really tight garage. So I just plug in every night. So literally in the morning I wake up, full charge. Costs a couple of dollars on our electric bill. And then everybody's like, oh, well, do you have to pay for supercharging? Yes, you do. I don't. There for a while, depending on the model and everything, you could get it for free if you bought it. But like you can see right now, I got here with like 15% charge, and I'm already back up to 60. Current charge, $3.37 so far. These are weird, I guess. They charge by the minute. which is, I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. But anyway, usually it's by the kilowatt hour. I don't know. Texas law, I'm sure, but every state's different. Oh my God, the coffee's good. So I just come up here, drinking my coffee, enjoying a very quiet morning. I wish it's all gray. Let's show you the sky. We are, what time is it? 7:30 in the morning, and I'm used to it, the sun already being up, and I can't wait to get back to Florida because this gray weather, this is like winter in Kansas City, and I grew up in Kansas City. I lived there forever. And the booger of gray winters is very depressing. And I didn't know this when we planned the trip coming out here, but I guess Texas is not a free state right now. It's under the mask mandate by the governor. So everywhere you got to wear a stupid fucking mask. So retarded. Now, if you believe in the mask, hey, great for you. I'm proud of you. Do whatever you feel is best, and that's my point, is I feel, and this is me, they're worthless. So if you feel they do something, great. I don't like the fact that places tell you, because if an individual business wants to do that, fine. If you want to require a mask in there, and then there's some product or service that you're offering that I really want, and I need to wear a mask in there, cool. I don't like the government mandating it because it's scary, and I'm really, really, really scared of what's going to be happening with everything now that the election is finally over and the dark winter begins. And so anyway, so it's been very depressing out here because you got to put a mask on to go in any fucking store, and it's depressing. And then it's been gray, and it's like, oh my God, I need to see some sun. Anyway, but we're heading out this afternoon. I'm going to be heading back to Florida. I can't wait to get home. Actually, I can't wait for the shower here in a little while. I just wanted to go ahead and get the car topped off. So we're ready to run around. We're probably going to leave. I'm hoping to get out and be on the road by 3. We'll see if that happens. We're going to stay in Shreveport overnight. Oh, traveling with a Tesla then. We're staying at the Residence Inn, and I don't think they have it on property, but right across the street from them, there's a parking garage, and there's a Tesla and EV charging on the first floor, it looks like, over there. So that'll be cool, because then tonight, when we're staying there, I'll just park the car over there, plug it in, and then in the morning we get ready to leave, full charge. Boom, ready to jump on the road. But businesses, hotels in particular, if you're listening and you want to cater to EV people, which there are a lot of Teslas that are over 100,000, the big ones. So those people have money. And even though you can fold the back seat down in here, and because you've got a glass roof, it becomes a twin size bed back there, basically, when you fold the seats down and you lay into the trunk. Of course, you can't have anything in the trunk then. But you could go camping in your Tesla. But I don't think most Tesla people are really going to go camping, but they want to stay in a hotel. So my suggestion to Hotwire and Priceline and places like that, I need to trim my mustache, it looks like, is make that one of the amenities that you list, like pet friendly, because the dogs are with us. Well, they're not with us right now, but they're at Grandma's house. And then EV charging, especially if you're doing a big update, remodel, or building a hotel, put in a couple of charge stations. Literally, it's $1,000 on the budget to run the wiring, for the whole electrical and everything. If you're building a building, it's got to be under $1,000, including the charge station. So if you put in, let's just say 4, that's $4,000, and the whole budget for the building is $1 million. I don't know how much it costs to build a hotel, but put those in, and then if Hotwire and Priceline and the search engines can have that as an amenity, because I can guarantee you I paid extra to stay at Residence Inn because I knew there was the charging station right across the street, so that I can charge up overnight, and I think it's free. I might have to pay for parking in the garage, but I thought it was a free parking garage because there's a casino, Horseshoe Casino. I would have stayed at the Horseshoe Casino, except that they aren't pet friendly. Billy don't like not pet friendly. So anyway, I think I've gabbled off your ears enough. I don't know what the fuck gabble is, but and the coffee is just the right temperature now, so now I need to drink it. And I'm sure y'all don't want to watch me drink coffee because it's not really that exciting. But anyway, so I'm just gonna wrap it up. There's my random thoughts for the morning. It's only 7:41 in the morning, which seems late, or it seems late to me physically, but here it seems very early because like there's very little traffic. There's like nobody here. Today morning I was out getting my coffee at the god awful late hour of like 7:30, and I stopped at Home Depot and there was like nobody in Home Depot. Kind of scary. A lot of places have been very not busy here, which is just bizarre because we're crazy busy at home, and I don't know why places aren't insanely busy here, but I do know why. It's because everybody's fucking scared. Stop living scared. If you're living life scared, you're not living. It's time to live. Jesus fuck. So anyway, see how many more cuss words I can get in there, but again, this is not rated for children, so or if you're offended to cuss words, sorry. But anyway, have fun, y'all. I've still got, well, if I top off all the way to 100, I got 35 minutes. If I go to 90, oh, there we go. How much? Oh, then I've only got 20 minutes left. Cool. So I'm going to watch Doug DeMuro or some other Carwow. Carwow guy is really cool. Anyway, have fun, y'all. Talk to you later. Safe travels. Drive it like you stole it, because that's way more fun. And I will talk to you kids later.